Hey gang, Crystal Grace here, and welcome to this malfunction. Should be able to see that. Excuse the princess. So this reading is all about, welcome, all about new things coming your way. So unexpected surprises, so to speak. So we do have 3 piles to choose from. If I do that. We have pile 1, we have Rapture. Pile 2, we have Mystic Rose. And pile 3, we have the Rose of Venus. So quick disclaimer while you're connecting with one of the piles. If the reading begins to trigger you in any way, if the cat triggers you in any way, please opt off of the reading and have a nice day. With that said, let's get into it. Let's find out what new exciting things are on the way to you. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose Rapture. We also have Temple of the Rose and the Rose Garden. A lot of rose cards. I kind of feel like with the Rapture energy, like something's going to be uncovered to you, something that like may have to do with love, romance, right? Pleasure even. So if it's not love and romance, it could be like sexual pleasure. But the whole the Rose Garden, like the forgiveness energy, be gentle with yourself. So I don't know, maybe like what's something that's sort of like where you're at this time is, I don't know, maybe it's like you see sexual pleasure as a way to should only occur in like committed relationships, and this be gentle with yourself kind of gives me the impression maybe some of you are recently engaged in some kind of romantic encounter, some kind of pleasure, like ecstasy is like, I think about orgasms. So I don't know if maybe recently some of you have participated with somebody that you feel like you kind of gave into your sexual desires for a person that may have not been worthy of it. If that's not resonating, it could be just the fact that you are currently reviewing your romantic choices in the past, and you're having to move through the motions of having to forgive yourself. And I feel like these cards are reminding you to be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself. Like you made decisions at that point in time because you thought they were the right decision. You weren't unaware of how things were going to unfold, especially when we're surrounded by so many people that wear masks, right? So I kind of feel like for a lot of you, you could be uncovering some kind of old wounds. And it's weird, like I kind of see like she's wearing a mask here as well, and it's kind of like cat eyes too. She kind of looks like a cat. Not sure why I'm seeing that, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of think you could be uncovering why maybe you've made the choices that you did make. So you have to go through this process of, forgiveness. Innocence is also standing out. I feel like for some of you, maybe at some point in your life, innocence was taken or lost. You'll know what I'm referring to if that resonates. So obviously being very kind and gentle to yourself and understanding, you weren't to blame for certain outcomes or certain events happening to you. Especially when the world is filled with a lot of like, evil as well. Like there's a lot of good here, but there's also a lot of evil. And then like this Temple of the Rose, I kind of feel like ancient power, activation, scarlet codes is kind of giving me the impression maybe you're currently working with the higher powers, maybe you're working with your ancestors, maybe you're clearing an ancestry bloodline as well here. But I feel like the more you are healing or forgiving yourself in whatever way you are, I feel like it's activating your connection with your lineage, or at least that's sort of the vibe I'm picking up. So if that resonates, great, let's get into it. Let's find out what new things are about to enter your life. We're not taking reversals. Funny, straight up is the Lovers. Seven of Wands. I'm going to clarify that Seven of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords. Let's just start there for now. I love this. We do have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So obviously the new things that are about to enter your life are things that you were wanting to come forward towards you. So naturally when we look at the Lovers, I kind of feel like a new exciting romance is definitely entering your life, and I definitely feel like your ancestors have something to do with it. It's funny how Cupid here has a mobile phone, which kind of gives me the impression like maybe you meet this person online. It doesn't necessarily have to be an online dating platform, but maybe you reconnect with this person through online. But yeah, hands down would indicate something new and exciting coming towards you is a romantic relationship. And for some of you, you know, if that's not what you're looking for, then you don't have to look at everything that we acknowledge that is coming towards the audience in each pile as God speak, so to speak. It may be the fact that you pick a pile and only one of the things do come towards you, remembering we are reading on a collective level. But yeah, the Lovers is a very genuine energy. Like this is probably one of the most like I'm not going to say challenging Lovers card, but like if you look at some of the Lovers cards, they can be chained. They're all naked. These people seem to be at a disco. You know, maybe you even meet this person through a DJ is what I'm hearing. But this person will be very into you. You're like a match made in heaven. I think if you like to dance, this person likes to dance. You could have been a person who always attracted people who didn't want to, like, who weren't on the same level as fun for you. Like you like to sing and dance and they'd just be too shy or like scared to sing and dance, something along the lines of that. But I feel like this person will put you in the spotlight and make you feel very seen and heard here. I feel like this person would be more inclined to step out of the spotlight in order for you to step into it. So this would indicate this person will be like super grounded, very down to earth, somebody who is confident within themselves and what they bring to the table, as opposed to like a low vibrational individual who gets jealous when they see their partners succeeding. So I feel like for a lot of you, based off the energy check-in cards, you've probably attracted a lot of people who wanted to like downplay your success, downplay your goals, your dreams, you know, and that's really disheartening to be surrounded by people who, instead of trying to push you towards your goals and your dreams, they try and deter you from them. Like, it's messed up. It's like full narcissistic behavior. So moving on to the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles as something new and exciting coming towards you. I feel like for some of you, if you're having to be very persistent and patient in the workplace, maybe you've had to set some boundaries in place or like become very direct and maybe assertive in regards to what it is you are looking for in the sense of career. I feel like a career change is on its way to a lot of you. If it's not a complete career change, it's maybe, I don't know if it's cultural changes or behavioral changes with your workplace towards you. Like if things have been pretty hectic for you, but you love your job and you sort of want to stay there, but the energy at work has been like, you know, volatile or something, has kind of put you in a disheartening kind of energy, I feel like that is the next new exciting thing coming towards you. It's like fresh energy in the workplace is sort of like whether or not there was a spell casted, or like maybe management can really, you know, toxify a work environment. So maybe it could be a new manager coming in with much healthier boundaries, more like fair playing ground or something along the lines of that. For others of you, in regards to a new career, I kind of feel like this is something that you have been, you know, either pondering or thinking about, but maybe you weren't like completely taking true action towards it. And it could be because you put it on a back burner. What I do see is like the job coming to you as opposed to you trying to find the job. So it could be potentially a job offer, a doorway. Like I know this is a barrel, but I see a door and I kind of feel like it's a door opening for some of you when it comes to your career. And this is something I feel like you have, like you will be very persistent to achieve, like to kick like big goals in this career. It's something that you'll know if you'll know, like I feel like you'll know if a job is going to land on your doorstep. I do believe that, but I kind of feel like it's going to give you the opportunity to climb a ladder, and then like there's going to be able to, once you start climbing that ladder, there's going to be many different opportunities for growth in a new business or your current business of employment, right? I kind of feel like with the drums as well, it's giving me the vibes. We have two sets of drums, like the workplace is going to allow you to beat to your own drum. So maybe it's giving you more creative, like creative responsibility or something along the lines of that, allowing you to like sort of take matters into your own hands and achieve whatever it is you've been trying to achieve, which has something to do with like climbing the ladder, some kind of profession. Yeah, I don't know. I also kind of feel with the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, like something exciting coming towards you. This is something that you have been definitely working on. Like this is something you've been very like accomplishing, something that you have been like very much determined to get off the ground, or maybe you've already got it off the ground and it was like very slow moving. I feel like I see the Eight of Wands in my mind's eye, and I feel like things are going to pick up very quickly in the workplace or the workspace. It could even be your side business, right? Or a side hustle as well here. But I definitely feel like this new and exciting thing coming towards you is progression. Very fast, very steady, but very successful energy. It could be a pay rise as well here for your efforts, like more income. Because we have the Six of Pentacles here and then the Seventh and the Eighth. So you could be working two jobs, and this opportunity coming towards you is you've just been waiting for the green light that a promotion's coming. You can leave the other job behind. So that's pretty new and exciting in my regard. Like I know it's very hard to have one job and survive financially nowadays. I know people who've got at least two or three jobs. Yeah, look, some people like that. I've got friends who do have two or three jobs and they would much prefer that than do what I do, which is I sit in the one work job for 7 days straight. And then, yeah, so that is the second new exciting thing. Now, the third thing here, we have the Eight of Swords with the Page of Swords. So if you've been feeling like trapped in maybe, okay, I've got a couple of different downloads coming through. The first one I'm going to go with, if you've been kind of stuck in some kind of educational like rut, so you weren't really sure which way to go, you weren't really sure what to study, I feel like you're going to have an epiphany in regards to what's the best course of action for you to study, or what's the best path for you to go down to study something in order to get you to where you want to be. And I'd say that has to do with financial abundance is what I'm hearing, but it could be just career goals as well based off the last energy that came through. because the Page of Swords is very studious. It's a person who's quite curious as well. And I think like we can get really caught up in our mind if we're like got an idea, but we don't know how to like plan it out or achieve it, right? So I kind of feel like this next exciting thing coming towards you is the plan, is the idea. It could be a person coming towards you with the plan, right? It could be a person who's already got the knowledge that listens to your curiosity on some kind of idea and allows like maybe a doorway to open for you. If that's not like resonating with you, I definitely feel like this next thing is something where you felt very stuck and very trapped, and you probably thought like there is no way out. You come up with an idea, like a fresh idea that's going to get you out of a current rut. And this is something that is been holding you down, holding you back. And again, like this is a card that talks about entrapment, but it's entrapment because of the mind, not physical entrapment. So I feel like maybe you thought you were physically stuck, and this next new exciting thing that comes to you is the idea or the knowledge or the information in order to get you out of where you don't want to be per se. Yeah, because this building kind of looks like it's been burnt down a little bit. Like this kind of looks like it's, I don't know, it's a bit disheveled, these buildings. So I kind of feel like this next exciting thing is like a new beginning, right? And it's a new beginning because you choose to take a path that that could be maybe less taken when it comes to like family and friends. But you finally get the information you need in order to like move forward. I don't know, I'm hearing finances. It could be like financial advice or something along the lines of that. It could be investing money or some kind of time and energy into something, or finally getting the green light in order for you to invest time and energy onto something. So that is what I've got for you guys. Put a little money bag down in the comments if this resonated with what you feel is coming up for you. Love to hear any stories in the comments if you wish. But until next time, I send all the love and light from the universe to you. And until then, bye. Pile 2, those of you who chose the Mystic Rose, this is your reading. We also have the Anointed and the Second Bloom. The vibe I'm picking up for these cards is like the answer the call on the Anointed. Like I feel like you have been procrastinating on an idea that maybe intuitively or your soul has been like calling you towards. And I do believe whatever idea this is like an idea that is like it's a soul gift or it's a gift of the soul. So it could be a very spiritual gift. So like, you know, mediumship, clairvoyancy, that kind of energy. But the leadership and the empowerment really stand out for me because I feel like you're at a point in your life where you are being asked to answer the call of some kind of spiritual like activation or spiritual gift here. And the reason for that is because you are a leader in this field and you may not feel very confident in this gift just yet because maybe you haven't been practicing, maybe you haven't really, obtained the confidence and trust the fact that you can answer this call, right? It definitely has something to do with helping humanity. It definitely has something to do with like being compassionate. This is something that you want to devote your time to. This is something that keeps you very humble. I think this is something that is very dear to your heart. And the whole second chance thing of this second bloom, it's never too late, new possibilities. I feel like for some of you, you tried to get this off the ground. You tried to pursue this, and it kind of, I don't know, maybe you fell flat on your face with it. Maybe it wasn't how you thought it was going to be. And I feel like this is the second time around that you have been contemplating to move towards this calling. Maybe new possibilities have been recently presented to you or things have been removed out of your way. Like toxic people can hinder our spiritual gifts. Like if we're around toxic energies, it can definitely put a block on our energy. So whether or not the new possibilities, like universe has stepped in, remove certain people out of your way, and now you've realized it's not too late for you to go down this path. It never is. Like, you could be in your 70s or your 60s and you decide you want to work in the spiritual realm, right? There is no age limit. You're not too young to start spiritual work. You're not too old to start spiritual work. It's literally when it's the right time for you, right? You definitely have to be in the right environment. You definitely have to be in the right headspace, and you definitely have to be prepared, right? So if that sounds like you, this is your reading. So let's find out what new exciting things are on the way to pile 2. We're not doing reversals. We've got the Star. We've got the Knight of Wands. So I want to clarify on the Two of Wands. What do we need to know about the Knight of Wands? Because this is a person. The Star. Well, look, I'm not going to... I know this won't apply to everyone, but obviously there is this sense of stardom. Like the new exciting thing is like, I think... Once you decide to put on the crown, whether it be a king crown or a queen crown, I feel like the stardom sort of comes towards you. I think there's going to be this newfound level of fame. And fame doesn't necessarily mean, paparazzi fame. It's just fame that when people meet you, they go away and talk about you. And they could talk about you negatively, they could talk about you positively, but I definitely feel like it's more of a positive energy. I feel like if you are to move towards this calling, I feel like these are the things that will unfold positively after you say yes to the call, is what I'm hearing. So the Star definitely indicates there is this element of stardom, and I feel like you're finally going to find the balance within you for the first time in a while when this unfolds, right? There is nothing more rewarding. That's why I like doing collective readings, but I much prefer... Well, I like collective readings because the guys and the gals that give me the feedback in the comment that the message is here, like that's why I do it. My client readings, I love the most because they always, they come back to me and they give me that confirmation that the information delivered to them was like what they either needed to hear, or give them the confirmation of what they already knew. So it's sort of like, it's a very healing energy, right? To be able to provide support and assistance to those, who could be a little bit confused or indecisive. It is a very blessed feeling. And so I feel like it's got something to do with that. And I kind of feel like this next best thing happening towards you is along the lines of that, is getting that feedback that you're on the right path. It's having that ability or that opportunity to be able to help and heal. Because I definitely feel like a lot of you are healers and you have had maybe your angels or just your higher self trying to push you towards some kind of healing role or healing job, something along the lines of that. But this stardom energy sort of tells me it's like people will work with you and they'll walk away and they feel different, right? They feel better about themselves. And it's then when they go and talk about other people, talk to other people, and those people can see that these people's energy has shifted. They have a different glow. This is a stardom where and this is the part where the stardom begins, because they will talk about how they've worked with you and you've assisted them to, gaining clarity or something along the lines of that. So that's where I feel like the stardom energy is coming from. For some of you, maybe it is paparazzi if that's what you are seeking. But I don't really feel like that is resonating. I don't feel like this pile is seeking to be harassed on the street. I feel like the stardom you seek is to be able to know that every night you go to sleep, you've helped somebody through their day or through a certain point in their life. I also feel like the next best thing with this star card is balance, right? Finding internal peace or inner peace, however you want to put it. You may have been a person whose emotions were a bit all over the place because you were a bit confused about what you wanted to do. And I kind of feel like this star energy is telling us the next exciting thing coming towards you is internal peace, like a quiet mind is also coming through. So let's move to the Knight of Wands, right? Now, the Knight of Wands is like this fuck boy, fuck girl energy. And I don't know if this is a message a lot of you will want to hear, but I kind of, with the Four of Cups, it's kind of like watching somebody from the past or learning about somebody from your past or present that may have only been pursuing you for the wrong reasons, right? And the wrong reasons being like this sexual fiery energy of the Knight of Wands tend to have. And it kind of just gives me the vibe like this person is going to reach out, and maybe it's the fact that it's like the next best thing. It's because you chose not to entertain this person because you could see right through their maybe their facade or their charisma, their charm. And I kind of feel like this person kind of comes back towards you. And I don't know if it's because okay, I've got it. So let's retract this. There's just too many downloads for this one. I don't know. Okay, so for the first response I have with this, somebody that you have history with romantically, right? What I feel like they're going to return. And the reason why it's exciting and it's the next best thing is because everything you said to this person about them, about their apathy, their inability to settle down, their inability to find true love because they're in this fuck boy, fuck girl era. There's something along the lines of you calling out somebody for their behavior, and I feel like this exciting event of them coming back to you is giving you the confirmation, the clarity, or the confidence that to trust what you can energetically pick up. So maybe you guys are only coming to the realization you can read energy, you can read right through people. Because I know all through my 20s, I thought I had schizophrenia. That's the honest truth. That's why I did shy away from this sort of work most of my 20s, because I thought I was it was a mental illness, believe it or not. And it's not. Here I am in my 40s and I was like, fuck. It was not a mental illness. And I know it's not because of my clients and obviously you guys as well. But it's super weird, right? And we will tend to shy away from things that aren't, deemed normal in society or with the people around us. So I kind of feel like this Knight of Wands comes back towards you to give you confidence and courage in whatever you chose, in whatever you were thinking or feeling whenever this shit went down with this person. So the reason why it's exciting is because there's nothing like getting verbal confirmation that you were right? You were able to pick somebody's energy and you stuck with it. You made the decision to follow your intuition. And I feel like the reason why this person returns, it's solely on the basis to give you that confidence that you were 100% right. Hopefully this makes sense, because I feel like this person may not have been a lover. It could have been a friend. It could have been a work colleague. It could have been a family member. And I think that could be where the confusion is. But you called this person out on their behavior, their like persona or something along the lines of that. And it's like they returned to tell you that you were right. Or they returned to tell you like, it could be an apology. Yeah, like it could be an apology, but I definitely am hearing like you were right. So then moving to your third thing that is coming towards you, we have the Two of Wands and Justice. Look, for some of you, you could be planning to take legal action in some way, shape, or form, or you may have already done it. This could be indicating your plans or the path that you are currently on. Maybe it's like the current path or the plan you are on is going to lead to some kind of justice, is going to lead to some kind of positive karma as well here. But it is, I'm hearing legal documents, I'm hearing legal outcome. So I don't know if you're currently like planning on taking action against somebody or for something. I feel like the next exciting thing here is what we're asking is like justice will be served, justice will be reaped for the better, right? Not justice in a bad aspect. Like Two of Wands can talk about decision as well. So maybe you're waiting for a final like decision to be made for legal like legalities or something along the lines of that. And I feel like you're going to get the green light. So whatever you could be working towards that results in a contract, I feel like that's exciting thing. The contract will go through, or maybe you're trying to fight a contract, right? And I feel like we're asking what's the next best things coming towards you, or new things entering your life. Well, we're asking new things entering your life. So it'd have to be contractual in some way, shape or form. There could be a plan being put in place. It could even have to do with work, actually. Like maybe you applied for a job, right? And you didn't think you got like picked, but I feel like a contract is being made up for some of you. Some of you, it's a soul contract. Like it could be a new soul contract in regards to a marriage, because Justice card can talk about marriage. It may even be a romantic suitor coming towards you. It could even be this Knight of Wands coming back with an apology and then bringing you, you know, a higher level commitment as well. And I know some of you are like, don't talk about exes, and I get that. But that's just a message coming through. It could be a life lesson also coming through, right? And the thing about a life lesson coming through, it could be the fact that a new exciting thing coming your way is an opportunity, right, that may require you to take a risk, for you to leave your comfort zone, right? And the outcome of that decision is that a life lesson is made, right? A life lesson is made. A life lesson is taught. Yeah, I don't know. I also kind of feel like it's positive karma. Like if you've been out, like out on the streets, like doing the best you can as being the good person that you are, I feel like this new thing entering your way is maybe your luck. Like things change, like everything you've put out, you now get back. And that is a very new and exciting experience, especially if you've only dealt with people who, you know, only give you breadcrumbs, so to speak, right? But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully that wasn't too like a bit wishy-washy, but let me know. Check I think there is a mask. Let me have a look. I thought there was like a Day of the Dead mask or something. I think I think like an orange love heart would suffice. But yeah, let me know how you found this. I send all the love and light from the universe to you. Until next time, bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we have the Rose of Venus, we have the Rose Thread, and we have the Return. I don't know when Venus retrograde is, but yeah, I don't know. I'll leave that message. It might come. I kind of feel like where you are at the moment is alignment, okay? You may be ready for a new relationship. I feel like you finally found inner peace. I feel like you are currently living your most authentic path, or like you are being your most authentic self. And because of that, you are living in alignment. You are going with the flow of life, right? You could be working with like your intuition, I was going to say your inner self, and I don't really understand what that means, but other than intuition. But you could be, I don't know, maybe living a little more courageously as well, like saying yes to everything, whereas before you used to say no. You'd be like, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not going there, and I'm not doing this. And now like you're more confident with protecting your energy and getting out into the world and experiencing it. So maybe you were in a bit of a dark headspace there for a while. I feel like we've got the return, right, of it's coming together, a new story. So for some of you, and in correlation with the Rose of Venus, we have the right relationship and it's coming together. For some of you, this is a brand new, fresh relationship that you've already embarked on, like it's already commenced. For others of you, I feel like it's something that is coming towards you and you can feel it. And then for others of you, I feel like you may be at a point in your life where you need to decide whether or not you are going to rewrite a story that has already happened with an ex, right? It could be a friendship, but I'm not really picking up on that. I feel like there is this new alignment of, like we have alignment here and alignment there. I kind of feel like there are two souls aligning. And I definitely feel like you can feel this. There is a couple there, but this person, no, there's two people hugging in there as well. So I definitely feel like you're in your relationship era, or you're in your relationship feels, right? You're ready. So maybe you've had to work really hard on releasing toxic experiences or relationships from your energy field, and now a new story is about to begin. Or at least this is how you're feeling. And, you know, living courageously after enduring bad relationships is the thing, right? Especially if you gave up on love, especially if you decided that you didn't want to ever share a bed again or share a meal with somebody again. Would be deemed living courageously, putting yourself back out there. So for some of you, you could have just woke up one day and went, you know what? ready to love again. I'm ready to be loved, something along the lines of that. But I definitely feel like there is something happening in the ethers here with you, and a higher level commitment with a soulmate is what I feel. But let's jump into it. We're not accepting reversals. Show us what new things are entering pile 3's life. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Let's clarify. 8 of Wands. So I want to talk about the 6 of Swords and the Devil, temptations first. I feel like this new and exciting thing entering your life, it's like you leaving behind bad habits, you leaving behind your old ways, right? So I'm a realist here. We've all got bad habits that actually hinder our lives, not like fulfill them, right? So it could be drinking patterns, smoking patterns, shopping patterns, something along the lines of that. But I feel like this new thing entering your life is you finally making the decision to release codependency upon something you're highly attached to. And I feel like you've finally come to peace with maybe why you're engaging in a certain behavior or a certain habit. And I feel like this new and exciting thing is more about the mind, mental clarity as well, is what I'm hearing. So the outcome of that is obviously meeting or going into a healthy relationship. Like when we're ready to move on from bad habits, we naturally are presented with, or we can be presented with a soulmate, right? Because we shouldn't be trying to find soulmates or getting into relationships if we're still trying to shed that old self, something along the lines of that. So I definitely feel like for others of you with these 2 cards, if you have been caught up in any sort of drama, negative behavior, abusive behavior, if you've been at the receiving end of people mistreating you, I feel like the new and exciting thing entering your life is those people or those situations that you have found yourself in are no more. Like they just kind of disappear. You could have been a person, or you could be a person who attracts like really fucked up energies. Like people like will attack you for no reason. Like an attack doesn't mean physical. It could just be like trying to put you down and make you feel shit. What you'll find, like it's kind of like a new energy that is entering your life, where like the shield of protection seems to be a lot more thicker or something like that. I see like their energy ricochets or some kind of barrier around you. So it could be the fact that the new thing entering your life is a barrier field, like a shield, a barrier shield. But coming back over to the 6 of Pentacles, and on the back end of that, I just feel like new things entering your life is more well-balanced people who are very generous with their time and their energy towards you. I don't think many of you have experienced this. This could be just indicating this person coming into union, that you come into union with. But I feel like friendships are coming towards you as well based off the 6 of Pentacles card. I feel like you're going to find people being more giving to you. Like people are going to start gifting you things and you think, why? You're going to start feeling like you have pretty privilege is what I'm hearing. And that's a very new and exciting experience for some people. Like if you've never experienced that, like, and then you do start experiencing that, it's a really cool thing to be entering your life, you know. And I kind of feel like it has something to do with this this change in energy field. And it's funny because I normally read from left to right, so the fact that I went there kind of makes sense to me with the energy I'm picking up here. So new things entering your life with the 6 of Pentacles is new friendships that where they're very generous with their time and energy. It's not about you giving, it's about you receiving, but they are also very appreciative of receiving from you as well. New friendships is definitely coming through with that 6 of Pentacles. Mm. I don't know, more activities. See more socializing as well with that Six of Pentacles. Now, to move to the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands as new exciting things. Like the imagery on this deck is very interesting, like because the Two of Pentacles can talk about decision making, right? Having to make a final decision in a way, or not a final one, but there could be, if you've been in a state of confusion about what path to take. I feel like this Eight of Wands is giving you the confirmation that like a clear path is presented towards you or put in front of you. Doesn't really make any sense. It could be the fact it's about balance, right? Because Eight of Wands, it's not a work card per se, but it can be a little bit. So I don't know if these two cards coming, what's new things coming towards you is like maybe a work-life balance. Maybe some of you have had a lot of responsibilities at work. Maybe you've been under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and something shifts in the workplace. Maybe your job, like your employer finally gives you like another worker to help with your workload, something along the lines of that. And obviously the outcome of that, the new things that enter your life, is you having the time and the energy to be able to do more, like to travel, like to participate in like other social activities outside of the workplace. If that's not resonating, it definitely still has... It kind of is coming back to this relationship energy, and I'm sorry if you're really not open to the relationship, but probably pick another pile, or you would have by now. But maybe it's the fact with the Two of Pentacles, it's like you're finally meeting somebody who puts in the effort, right? You finally have met somebody that like wants to advance the relationship in a very like adult manner. Like this person chooses to prioritize you and their job. Maybe it's about you finally experiencing what it feels like to be in a well-balanced connection or dating scenario as well, is what I'm hearing. It's kind of like you, for the first time, Pile 3, experiencing what it feels like when somebody's making the effort, when somebody's choosing to choose you, is what I'm hearing. Like they're traveling towards you, they're changing plans to spend time with you. There's a lot of like talk of forward movement, but it's not like love bombing is what I feel here. I think you and this person may share the same sort of like music genre, or like the same genre of music. You could meet at a salsa class. You could be into reggae music, something along the lines of that. It's a weird energy I'm picking up, and I feel like there could be just a lot of different scenarios here. But again, collective readings at this time are like quite intense for me, because I'm trying to channel like I'm not going to go down that path, but I'm working on a new skill, a new spiritual gift, and I'm channeling different things, so kind of it's making this a bit more trickier, like the collective readings, but that's okay. I'll get back on top of it. Yeah, I just feel like this situation, or what this new thing coming towards you, it has something to do with like making you the priority, like you being the priority. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've never been the priority. Like you've always been the one making everyone else the priority, like making sure everyone else is okay. I feel like a lot of you were always traveling to everyone else. No one was ever traveling to you, or always the one putting in the effort. So the new thing here entering your life is a shift, right? And sort of on the back end of the Six of Pentacles, moving to these two cards, it's like the new thing coming your way is the way people are engaging with your time and your energy. And I feel like this is even existing family and friends energy as well. Them finally maybe having some kind of moment to sit there and think, well, you know, I don't really put as much effort into pile 3 as they put in for me. Like maybe I need to travel more to see them and spend more time with them. It could have something to do with that. But positive changes are definitely on the way when it comes to your connections, is what I feel. Like I definitely feel confident in saying that. And the thing about that is the new things that unfold from that is in a different experience with our friends and our family, right? When they finally like start putting in the same effort as us, you're going to spend more time with them because it's not a one-way highway in catching up, if that makes sense. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not sure if I was like bubbling on, but let me know. Chuck a little star emoji down in the comments if you feel called to. But with that said, I send all the love and light from the universe to you. Until next time, bye.